this is the ventricular system of the brain. So here, these are the lateral ventricles. This is the third ventricle, and this is the fourth ventricle. Now we will talk about them in detail. For the lateral ventricle, this is the anterior horn, this anterior part. This is the body. This is the posterior horn, and this is the inferior horn. Again, this is anterior horn, body, posterior horn, and inferior horn. Each lateral ventricle drains into the third ventricle via this interventricular foramen. This is the interventricular foramen, and this is the interventricular foramen. Both the lateral ventricles drain into the third ventricle. Now, here's the third ventricle. This space here is the interthalamic adhesion. In the third ventricle, we have four spots we have to know. This is the anterior, this is the posterior. In the anterior, this is the supraoptic recess. This is the supraoptic recess. This is the infundibular recess. This is the supraoptic, this is the infundibular recess. Here, this inferior one, if you can focus here, this inferior one, this is the pineal recess, and this is the suprapineal recess. This superior one is the suprapineal, this is the pineal recess. Now, the third ventricle drains into the fourth ventricle via this cerebral aqueduct. So this was the cerebral aqueduct. It drains from the third ventricle into the fourth ventricle. In the fourth ventricle, it is tent-shaped, okay? It is located between the cerebellum and the pons and medulla oblongata anteriorly. So this is cavity of the fourth ventricle. Here, these two recesses are foramina of Luschka, or lateral apertures, in which the cerebrospinal fluid goes from the ventricular system into the subarachnoid space. And here, this is the foramen of Magendie, or median aperture. So we have two lateral ones and one medial aperture, and this is opening into the central canal.